Minions have always been one of those hilarious guilty pleasures that I've always enjoyed, and today we draw a minion that's named after me, James, in 4 different styles. And for those of you thinking he's not named after you because his name is James, well, my name is James, his name is James, he's named after me. For the first style we have today is the cartoon effect. You might have seen me use a kneaded eraser in the past, but a good way if you're having trouble using them at home is you constantly have to work through the kneaded eraser and stretch it like this. That gives it that elasticity so that way when you use it and erase it, it not only cleans the eraser but makes it pliable and you can kind of mold it into all these different little shapes. So that way when we actually do use our little kneaded eraser, you can see it lifts off the excess graphite. And that's all we want to do. We still want to be able to see the drawing, but we want to just be able to pull off that little bit of excess graphite. Now, before we get too far into this video, if you can please do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe button so you never miss out on another video. And I also like to do a great little thank you to all my channel members that are part of the community. It helps me out a lot, more than you guys will ever think, so thank you again so much. Do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe button. For the cartoon effect, I'm going to be doing a layering of not only paint pens but alcohol markers because it'll give different values and hues that I don't have with every single paint pen at my disposal. You might not always have every medium available to you, so don't feel ashamed if you don't have every paint pen color or every alcohol marker color. And as you can see, we are going with a two-toned cellular-based animated style that gives it that more modern anime feel. We're going to finish up with a little bit of an outline across the whole thing, but we're not going to go with a bold outline. Instead, we're going to go with a little thin tapered outline around the entire surface to give it more of a crisp, clean, modern animated feel. And now that we've finished the cartoon effect, we are going to go over to a style that I haven't done in a really long time, and that is the Minecraft effect. And it's not necessarily an effect, but more an homage to the video game style and movie Minecraft, which is a global sensation. Now you might be thinking, well, it's just pixel. Yeah, it's kind of similar to pixel, but it's more of a thick, blocky pixel represented in a more three-dimensional sense. One thing that the Minecraft movie did incredibly well is that it represented images in a fun cartoon style in this weird blocky three-dimensional way, which is something that you really haven't seen a lot in today's media. So it was kind of a breath of fresh air. Whether you liked the movie or not, it still didn't matter because it was a really cool, fresh, artistic look. So how do we achieve this effect at home? Well, it's simple. We're going to have to break apart James's image into several little blocky shadows and values, and also angles. As you can see, it's got almost like a SpongeBob angular shape going on here. That's because, well, instead of being rounded, we gotta have to use points and curves to kind of intonate where all the movement is going to be in the body. And then by adding little values of color, we can change it up and give all these little shades and give them just that little bit of detail. Now, this isn't indicative of the style per se, but I always like to finish off the drawing with a nice clean outline across the whole thing. It just gives it a little bit more of a finished look, and if you have some bleeding into the paper on one side or another, it helps to clean up those edges. But now, let's do the gummy bear effect. And if you're not familiar with the gummy bear effect, because you might be new to the channel, we're going to basically transform the minion into a squishy little gummy bear. So how do we do that? We want to redraw it ever so slightly to make the forms a little bit rounder and more bundled together. And what I mean by that is when you look at a gummy bear, the overall image doesn't have a lot of appendages randomly sticking out. They kind of all stick together. And they have these little tiny bevels, so when we redraw everything, you'll see those bevels and it'll all make sense. I like to start off with a light alcohol marker base across the whole thing. It has a really smooth translucence across the whole image, which gives it that glossy gummy bear feel. And then when we take another darker layer of alcohol marker and apply it over all of our line work, as you can see here, it already gives it that three-dimensional squishy feel. Now, if you don't have alcohol markers, you can do this with paint pens. You're just going to have a more of a cartoon style look to it rather than a semi-realistic glossy look. That's the reason why I like to use alcohol markers, and it will usually work with just about any alcohol marker, even if it's a cheaper brand. As long as it's something that's fairly thin and light colored, you don't want to go anything with too dark colors because then it'll almost come across as like a neon effect, and we don't want that. Once you've got the image as rendered as much as you want, you can add the highlights in here, but stick towards the middle. That's where you're going to see the strongest highlights in the image. And then when you're finished, you can just look, it just looks so squishy, like you can just reach out and grab it. With the gummy bear section finished, lastly we are now going to do the realistic effect. Now, normally when I do my realistic characters, I'll say that I want the character to look just like it does in the movie. Well, to do that would almost be a little too simplistic, so today is one of the few times where I'm going to give you a realistic interpretation of a minion, and I think it is incredible. I mean, I still add the goofy curly hair as you're going to see here, but I'm going to flick in a lot of extra stray hairs as you're seeing here now, and the reason for that being is, well, I'm going to make it a little bit more than what it normally is. We're going to add these little faint hairs. But what we want to do is to give this skin this nice porous, wrinkly texture. Because of the mask across the top, it's going to have all these little shapes and bevels and distortions in the skin. It might come across as horror, but if you were to think about it, seeing a minion in real life would be almost horrific. So what we want to do is not make it scary per se, but give it what be a realistic tone and value. All the little wrinkles and bevels in the skin and all the different changes of shadows and tones, and that's what we're doing here. We're adding the greens, we're adding browns. That's what'll give it all that little subtlety. And when you build it up layer upon layer, it gives it that nice fleshy yellow tone. And don't be afraid to work with different media. So as you can see, I'm adding some paint pens over the top for added textures. By doing that, it's going to once again build up all these microscopic layers on top of each other, and then when you're done, you can just see all these little color pencil work and all these little different dots here and little bevels there, and all of a sudden, the image just comes alive, and that's how artists take a simple image and transcend it into something more. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite images that I've done in a really long time, and not just because it's a silly, goofy character, which is what I generally am, and the character kind of shares my name. I don't know, the realistic felt so smooth here. Sometimes it's really hard to just take an image and make it look realistic, whether it's a horror or if it's a human or if it's an animated character, but this one for some reason just felt like it fit and it worked so well. So if you do like this content, once again I'm going to ask you to please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe button, because you'll never miss out on another piece, because the next one that you're going to see is Jessie from Toy Story. So here's a little preview for you. A good tip for working in color pencils is, as I'm going to work in very softly all this black, and then we're going to add the white in, and we're going to kind of scrub it circularly. And the reason why is when we look at an eyeball, to give it that nice glossy texture, we're going to work it in little microscopic circles, and that's going to give all those subtle, once again, keyword for today is going to be textures. And how do we do that? With color pencil work, slowly and repeatedly over time. Last little tip, don't rush the ending. Just because it's the eyeball doesn't mean it doesn't deserve all the attention as every other part, because it is a piece of art, so do take your time and do make sure that you give it the respect that it deserves. And we're going to call this part complete, as now the whole image is done. What is your favorite side? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next video.